This is our van. During lockdown in 2020, at a time when we all wanted to escape, we decided to build a camper van, making mistakes but learning skills along the way. But that's another story.
This summer we did something different. We wanted to take our van on a long road trip in France to see as much as possible, from the mountains in the Alps, immense glaciers, historic towns, winding rivers, crystal clear lakes, and the amazing wildlife France has to offer. So, this is what happened.
We left England in early June, getting the ferry from Newhaven to Dieppe, and our first stop was Blois in the Loire Valley. Blois is famous for its royal chateau, which was home to a rather impressive 17 French kings and queens throughout its 10th-century history. We had a wonderful time exploring the beautiful little streets and treating ourselves to some incredible pastries, coffee eclairs if you're interested, and of course we stopped for an actual coffee too.
Back on the road, we found a spot to stay for the night, because the next section of our trip was heading down to the Dordogne, near Carignac. A group of friends had planned to do a canoeing trip down the Dordogne whilst we were going to be in France, so it worked perfectly to join them for a 3-day trip, camping and canoeing our way down the river. The scenery was absolutely stunning, and it was so nice to spend some time with our friends.
After a beautiful few days enjoying the Dordogne, and quite a lot of rosé, we decided it was time to head towards the location we'd been hoping to explore since we left home, the Alps. Sophie and I have both also always wanted to see Lake Annecy, which conveniently happened to be on the way. Lake Annecy is such a fantastic location for walking and cycling. There happens to be a cycle route that takes you all the way around the lake, which we thought it would be rude not to do.
The cycle path around the lake is about 38 kilometres, with only one hill, so it was a fantastic way to explore more of the area. We were lucky with some beautiful weather and some excellent coffee stops before stopping in Annecy itself.
We're so pleased we spent a few days in Annecy, but it was time to head into the Alps for our final destination, Chamonix. We lucked out with the campsite spot, right at the foothills of the Glaciers de Bosson. Excited to explore Chamonix, we decided to visit the Aiguille de Midi, as well as the glacier and ice caves at the Mer de Glace. We hopped on the train and had a very important first stop to the local patisserie.
The Aiguille de Midi, which in French means needle at midday, is a 3,800 metre tall mountain in the Mont Blanc Massif. It offers fantastic viewpoints of Mont Blanc and the surrounding mountains. Being so high, it takes 2 cable cars to get to the top. We were happy not to do the hike for this one.
Admiring the view. Covered in cloud 2 minutes ago, and now it looks like this. It's just amazing. Really lucky to be able to see the view.
just on a different viewing platform at the moment, and you can see some climbers ascending up to this platform.
Amazing.
The drop off from the mountain is absolutely insane. So kudos to them. And at this altitude, apparently our performance is about 70%.
I think mine might be a bit lower than that. I'm really struggling. Just got such a headache. Like, I just feel knackered. And I thought I was, I don't know, relatively fit, but...
So these mountaineers are very, very impressive. You can just about see Mont Blanc in the background there. And yeah, it's difficult to get a sense of its scale, but it's really, really beautiful up here. Come up the Montaverse train from Chamonix to the Mer de Glace, and it is absolutely amazing up here. You can see where the glacier has receded from Chamonix Valley up towards this site here. I think it recedes about 30 metres in length each year, which is astonishing.
Right, it's pretty mad, isn't it? I just can't stop taking photos. Every single bit is just incredible, and again we thought it was going to just be a day of cloud and drizzle and rain, and it's been drizzly a little bit in town, but it is such a beautiful day, and I feel so lucky that we've got this weather to see this amazing scenery.
Yeah, so we're just going to head into the ice caves now. There's a gondola that takes you down towards the glacier, so we'll update you then.
The Mer de Glace ice caves are cut into the living glacier. The grotto has to be dug out every summer since the glacier moves about 70 metres every year. The next day, we decided to hike to Lac Blanc, a beautiful glacial lake around 5 kilometres walk from the top of Le Flagère chairlift.
Here just absolutely amazing. We've come, I don't know, maybe half a mile and we are on the other side of where we were yesterday, so I can actually see the glacier of where we went to do the ice caves yesterday, which is really cool to kind of get it from this side of the mountains as well. There's so many beautiful little scenes that I'm just absolutely loving having a longer focal length on my camera and just like zooming in on little bits of detail on the mountain. I've got a polarizer on today, which I'm hoping is going to help a little bit with sort of like the glare and the blue sky that we're very lucky to have today. But yeah, just focusing on this mountain in the background, kind of grabbing little peaks and details and where the shadow is, because the sun's not quite directly above us at the moment, but just absolutely stunning. You can just point your camera anywhere and get some amazing shots, hopefully. saw a bearded vulture, don't we?
Yeah, managed to get a little bit of foot footage with the Osmo, but it's really far away.
It was absolutely massive. First I thought it was like a golden eagle, but wings really barn door-esque kind of white-tailed eagle kind of size, but actually possibly even bigger. So the fact that it's around here, it wasn't too far away, so we might see it again if we're lucky. But onwards. It's very frozen.
As expected.
Yeah, we knew that.
Yeah, still beautiful to be up this high, and we've just arrived at the refuges, so I think we'll grab ourselves a drink and have some lunch.
That's the real reason we're here. I wonder if they do a beer. A lot of alpine choughs here as well, which is really nice. They're just swooping around whilst we're enjoying the views. Nice to get them on the list, haven't seen them before, so 2 lifers in one day. What a treat. Going in. Drive it, drive it, drive it. Not so drive it, straight in the river.
We just made it back to the Glaciers lift after a brilliant hike. The sun is really beating down now, so I think we need to get another ice cold beer. What do you think, Joyce?
I completely agree. Yeah, absolutely wonderful. It feels like it was like the perfect length. Like challenging enough, as we were saying, but at no point was it kind of like this is too much or we weren't having a great time, and really wonderful. So chair lift back down, back to the campsite, shower and relax, I think.
Sounds wonderful. As we left Chamonix, our trip was coming to an end. After driving over 2,500 kilometres and spending 14 days on the road, we made it back home. And honestly, we couldn't have asked for a better trip. This trip has reminded us of how much of the world there is to see. So what's your next big adventure?